We are expecting President Trump to announce his pick for the next Supreme Court justice on Monday. We're told the White House has prepared 4 rollout packages. The finalists are Brett Kavanaugh, Amy Barrett, Raymond Kethledge, and the dark horse candidate Thomas Hardiman. Let's discuss with our legal eagles tonight. Criminal defense attorney David Bruno here with me in New York, Washington Times legal affairs reporter Alex Sawyer, and a former law clerk to Anthony Kennedy, Justin Walker, not Justice Walker, but Justin Walker. Good to welcome to all of you. Alex, I wanted to start with you because Orrin Hatch wrote an op-ed for the Deseret News out in Utah in anticipation of this and may have given us a clue. He wrote, but no matter the nominee's background or credentials, progressives will do everything they can to paint her as a closet partisan, if not an outright extremist. And I will devote all my energies to ensuring that we confirm the kind of Supreme Court justice America needs. A justice who says what the law is, not what she wants it to be. Alex, is that an accidental tip that maybe it's going to be Amy Barrett?
It could be an accidental slip. I don't even know if President Trump, though, at this point knows who his favorite is. We've yesterday had 3 names out there, and then today we have 4 that are in the top running. Judge Hardiman was one that wasn't mentioned yesterday and is now in the top 4. So I don't think necessarily the White House even knows. So it could have just been a slip. We'll have to wait and see. Though I know there are a lot of social conservatives who would like to see Barrett nominated because they believe that she would be a strong vote to overturn Roe v. Wade, which is, of course, something that the pro-life movement wants to see happen.
Right. And, Justin, that's why I asked the question. It's not just maybe there was a slip here with Orrin Hatch, but he's a very prominent, longtime former chairman of the Judiciary Committee, has been dealing with Supreme Court nominations a while. He's somebody who's on the inside of all this, and whether he knows something or not. As you know, Amy Barrett is somebody who, as noted, the pro-life community really wants. They think she's strong against abortion rights. You're a big fan, though, of Brett Kavanaugh, who's been taking some fire from conservatives. Make the case for why you think Kavanaugh is a good pick.
Sure. You know, when I think of Judge Kavanaugh, I think of General George Patton standing in front of the American flag, except with Judge Kavanaugh, I think of the Constitution that he's been defending from the bench on a liberal court, fighting for conservative legal principles in over 300 opinions on issues like the Second Amendment, issues like illegal immigration, and issues like executive power. And I think although all of the candidates on President Trump's list are conservatives, when I see Judge Kavanaugh's record, I think of a real Trump conservative, especially President Trump. If you're watching, I encourage you, read the opinion by Judge Kavanaugh about not allowing illegal immigrants to vote in union elections. Judge Kavanaugh has never gone wobbly, and I know the man. He doesn't have a wobbly bone in his body.
Interesting. David, you've said that you think the president can't go wrong, that basically everybody in the final 4 is strong, including Kethledge.
Yes, the 4 of them are. Personally, I like Hardiman. Comes from the 3rd Circuit locally here. He was confirmed unanimously through the Senate last time and comes through blue-collar roots. Right? He was the first in his family to go to college, and he funded his law school driving a taxi.
And is that the kind of thing, when you talk about the forgotten man, forgotten woman, that Donald Trump ran the campaign on? Does that matter in a pick like this?
It's a great story. It's a great story for the Midwest. It's a great story for this country. Taxi cab to the United States Supreme Court. How about it?
I want to quickly go around. You're all legal eagles who none of us know for sure who it's going to be. But I want to start with Alex. What's your best bet on who it's going to be on Monday?
You know, Brett Kavanaugh is a name that we've heard, as well as Kethledge. Those were the top 2. And then, of course, Barrett's still in there. I think it would be interesting if Barrett was picked because she was just recently confirmed in October, and 3 Democrats did support her nomination then, which it would be interesting to find out if they could walk that back with the Supreme Court, or if they would be kind of locked in to be a vote in her favor. If
but what does your gut tell
nominee.
you? If you had to pick right now, what does your gut tell you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should gamble on that. Maybe Brett Kavanaugh. I'll go with that.
You don't have
Justin.
to bet anything. All right, Justin, what's your bet?
I agree with Alex, and I agree with her for two reasons. Number one, I think President Trump is looking for a warrior. And number two, I think he's looking for someone with a great all-American family, the kind of guy who's the opposite of whatever a Georgetown cocktail party type D.C. insider is. I know Judge Kavanaugh. I know he'd much rather have a beer and watch a ball game and celebrate the Caps' victory than he would go to any kind of cocktail party.
Didn't he serve in the Bush administration? He has been a Washington insider, though, to your point.
You know, actually, Judge Kavanaugh was investigating Hillary Clinton and fighting for conservative legal principles long before President Bush ever came to D.C., and he's been fighting for conservative legal principles ever since.
David, your pick?
Well, I talked about Hardiman, but a couple points on Kethledge. Big Second Amendment judge. All right, he not only is an avid hunter, but he also has a carry permit, carries with a Glock. You know, just a couple points. He needs some love in this segment.
So you think he might get it? All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of your insights tonight. We'll know on Monday in prime time. Tune into Fox News, 9 p.m. Eastern.